1-0 Picasso. ByRada really kind of showed that he also can play well, but lost those roaches so sadly and haphazardly at the third base of Picasso in that game 1. I think game 2, ByRada is going to be much more careful. And Bridgehead, do you think the baguette style works just as well for Picasso on this map, Torkk?
I think Picasso is going to two-base all in. That's what I think. So I think
Works
ByRada
well
is
for
just
me.
play really safe specifically because of those back rocks. So like what's really annoying on this map, right, is so say if he does like an Immortal Sentry all in, like old school Soul Train parting big boy style, he has those back rocks that he can quickly kill down with the Immortals because they will, they do an ungodly amount of damage and just get into that natural and into ByRada's face. And if ByRada's out of position, you lose the game. At the same time, ByRada could do some cheeky things like proxy hatch behind the rocks. He could do his own roach all in with the same idea. So this map does have a lot of kind of like two basey playstyles that could happen, and I'm not entirely sure if I can see ByRada doing that, but I can definitely see Picasso doing that.
What you're saying is much cheek we will see in this game. For now, though, left-hand side of Bridgehead. The Blue Zerg representing Venezuela. It is ByRada with the 10. Nope, just the extractor. As I was watching Hawkeye as he zoomed in, and I saw a building being made, and like, is he going for like a weird 11 pool? Like, what is this? No.
That would have been wonderful. And on the right side, we have the red Protoss player currently up 1-0 versus ByRada. It is Picasso.
It's always funny with those slightly kind of awkward timings of builds where at the pro level, you're kind of like, actually, I'm kind of curious. Like, does this work? Does this work out to something cool, or is it just off or whatever? Very early drone scout, by the way, by ByRada. As you mentioned, very possible situations where Picasso could do a two-base play, and ByRada just wants to make sure everything's cool and maybe even steal gas here. I think that'd be a cool little thing in the main.
It'd be an annoying little thing to do in the main.
Or take the natural.
Oh my god.
Put down a spine? Oh, no evolution
Oh.
chamber. No, sorry, no pool yet, so no really spine possibilities.
That's filthy. That's just filthy. I haven't seen that in a while. Like I've seen proxy hatch, like a lot. I haven't seen the Evo chamber that common. The last time I remember seeing that, I think they made an SC2HL highlight of it. I don't remember who it was, but someone just kept making them over and over again.
I'd love to see. What I was gonna say was I would have loved to see ByRada then cancel it and throw down the hatch again when the probe like left and be like, "Screw you, man! I'm totally going for this." Picasso is up 1-0, and it's got to make him angry there. Even though that Evo chamber is gonna die eventually, it's gonna die a very sad death for the swarm, but it will deny the natural base for a long time, and it's gonna force an awkward one-base play because Picasso has no intention of taking his third, at least yet, as his natural. It's risky. I guess you go for like a big 4-gate.
Well, with
Maybe you just
the
go to
advantage ByRada has is that he sees the natural, he sees the third, right? Where else, like, if ByRada sends a probe anywhere else, you'll probably see it, and he sees that he's trying to take his natural now anyways. So I think that if Picasso chooses to do this one-base play, I think ByRada will definitely be ready for it because he can definitely be like, well, he still doesn't have a natural, so I don't really need to make more drones right now at some point. But he is killing the Evo chamber, though that could be just a fake from Picasso. You never really know.
It finished completely and has delayed a natural maybe base for so long. It won't be a natural base, though Picasso will be 4-gating, but delays it till what, like technically the 4-minute 50-second mark there. No natural base is going to go down, and Picasso finally adding on a second gas. I would have loved to see like a second drone meander on its way through and take the gas off the back of that. Be like, nope, not only can you not take your natural, but you can't do no aggression. Picasso going for the 4-gate. I like that ByRada's going to have metabolic boost, but it's all about if he can scout this and kind of understand it, and that's what he's doing.
What's really annoying in Picasso's scenario, so if you like opened with the intention of doing a 4-gate, it'll happen like maybe based on how late his proxy pylon. Oh no, it's out down there. But based on the lateness of that proxy pylon, it's gonna hit like a full minute later than it already does, and it's already a pretty difficult build to pull off against Zerg unless your name is Hitman. So I'm not sure how well this will pan out. He did start a natural, which is interesting, so I don't think he's going to commit too hard to this. Maybe he's just going to try to make ByRada make some drones. I mean, make some. He doesn't want to make drones. Make some units so
Drone
that he can get
surround, you
back
know,
to his
plus
game.
one melee, plus one armor. Only the armor helps, but you know, you can believe.
You can believe in the melee. You have to spend your gas on something if you're only using drones.
Oh, definitely, man. No, you don't even get gas. You just make mass drone until you just do a huge surround and hope you can get damage done. But maybe Picasso's name is going to be added to that short list of who can make this work, and it's looking pretty darn good by Rada. Yes, he's got lings, 12 more lings on the way, but only lings, sir. I was gonna say maybe he pulls back his lings on the bottom right corner, tries to get a surround, but there's a almost very nice engagement. Sadly, all the lings, they do not want to meet the Zealots. Now the Zealots have been allowed to get into the main base and do take up a very nice position. Beautiful force fields will keep the sentries alive for a little bit longer. Queens are going on the Zealots, but the Zealots just slaughter drones. 10 drones down and none of the Zealots have died. Everything is still alive by Picasso. And he's looking like he may be able to take this here, Torkk.
Oh my god. And he ends it on a 4-gate. I am so proud of this guy. I am so happy. This is... So, like, what led to this? I feel like ByRada could have been a little bit more prepared for this because he just kind of forced it. But I think it was a little too great.
What I was gonna say is, wait a second, this is ByRada's fault. Wait, ByRada,
Yeah.
think about your actions right here. ByRada took the natural, denied it, and Picasso's like, you know, screw you. I'm not taking that third base as my natural or anything, or taking a late fourth. Yes, you may have speedlings to deny it. I don't care because I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
We'll see if ByRada can fall back.
Well, he has lings inside of Picasso's base because he took down those back rocks.
4 though.
And he killed 2, and there's 2 zealots there, and he only killed 2 probes. Yeah, that's not gonna be very helpful. And then here, yeah, ByRada should have been a little bit more prepared for this. He was kind of asking for it. In fact,
20
he kind of
armies.
forced it.
There's the GG. Picasso 2-0 moves on to the round of 8 and does secure himself $25. As you mentioned, or as you just said, Torkk, as you just darn well said, kind of ByRada's fault. Like, he can't post that on SC2 Reddit and be like, "Gosh, guys, 4-gates are stupid. They suck." Like,
Yeah.
you're the one who took his natural. Maybe somehow ByRada could have thrown down some spines at the front, whatever. But man, after ByRada, he goes to engage Picasso's army at the ramp and then doesn't lose his lings, but all of them are brought down to like half health because they engage into Zealots. And I think it was actually a bit of a miscontrol because at first ByRada engaged into the sentries and actually had a surround and then pulls back and then moves in again and hits the Zealot wall. So for now, ByRada will have to redeem himself going up against the winners of the losers match, but Picasso moves on to the round of 8 and secures himself a nice $25. Today, Picasso did go 4-1. Actually, sorry, no, 4-2.
If you learned anything today, don't make Picasso cheese.
Yeah,
He's very good at it. Like, that was just really cleanly executed, good transition, and even got a natural out of it, so...
You often see when players are put in a position of a little bit of a knownness. Now, by all means, maybe maybe Picasso had been in that situation before, but you often see players shine when this is a new situation. How do they react? And it's all about just making the quick decision. It does matter what the decision is, but often it's just, okay, how quick is your decision? What is your decision? And if you make it a little bit more decisively than your opponent, you can take that game.
Yeah, so like, yeah, those kind of strategies, which I do enjoy employing from time to time, where you've been in it a lot more than your opponent has, so you have more experience than your opponent, and you're relying on your opponent messing up on there. It's not necessarily like the best way to do it, but I think because ByRada was down a game, he was like, well, I'm a little bit afraid to play this kind of macro game, it seems, so maybe I can make him uncomfortable and do something weird and catch a game like that and get tied up to 1-1 and make him uncomfortable. But it just didn't work out. Picasso was ready. Maybe he's played against it several times before. I'm not sure what his ladder experience is like.
That is very well a good possibility that he's played against that type of thing before or just kind of winged it. Nevertheless, go. Picasso will move on to the round of 8. Guys, that is the lovely, magnificent Torkk. My co-caster, you can find him at TorkSC2, correct?
No, it's just SC.
Torkk, okay, Torkk, I see. It's like below him somewhere, guys. Trust me. You can find it. Every once in a while, I realize that it's just below his portrait, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, who on Twitch actually is like, so what's the word below his portrait? What's that mean, guys? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's like, no,
Right.
no, you guys know if any follow, whatever, to Torkk would mean a lot to him and also for myself, and more importantly, the rival StarCraft 2 League guys. If you can follow them on Twitter at RSLSC2 or follow them here on Twitch, it would mean a ton. You can also find the YouTube channel of all the previous VODs and groups. We still have a lot of action coming up tonight and tons more action coming up in the week. And in this week, specifically of the round of 16. I don't know if we're going to cut to a break, Hawkeye, or just wait around. I'm not seeing the vetoes. Okay, all right, guys. Yep. Yeah, Hawkeye's like, yeah, let's go. And I'm like, you mean go to break, or you mean go, 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 all the Korean guys. Guys, we're going to have a very quick break before we see the losers match.